of my own. I work on how they did work in all those years ago. How did they fold fabric where they didn't touch it? Because everything became sort of almost monochromatic. Pull, cut, lift, layer. Pull, cut, lift, layer. You might hit it with a different angle, but basically, primarily that's the same thing. Now, because I've been standing on stages all over the world most of my career, I stopped it and went more into this close environment, because I think this is far better. And what Kelly's done with Life O'Reilly, this is freaking amazing. That we can jam and you can talk to me, and so can a tremendous amount of viewers. I know it's probably one person at the post office watching, I don't know. But, so, this, welcome to my world. Now, this is what I want you to do. If you see something you don't understand, because it will go really quick, then stop me and I'll explain it. Now, what I've got here, if Chandler, you can come in on this one for me. I'm going to use this screen here, right? Still the octagon. Now, this is offside left parting. Now, traditionally, when you work on classic bobs, and I'm guilty as anybody was teaching it, it was work on the back, tilt the head slightly, 45, 45. Correct? Mm-hmm. Now, here was the problem. So when I'm doing this, and I'm in Europe doing it, I had this hairdresser in the audience go, "You can't see." And I broke it down to English. He said, I'm asking, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Can you see the profile?" And I said, well, no, because the head's tilted down. "How do you know what you're cutting?" And I'm like going, what the hell is he talking about? Bring the head up, see the profile, watch the neck, look at symmetry, look at angle and dimension, now do the design. And I go, but it needs to be tilted. Tiny scissors, and I used to do the little, this was the biggest move I could use, palm to palm, like do one section which took about a week, then the next section about 2 weeks, then the back was about a month, and I had this beautiful helmet on the head going, that's architecture dream. Trouble was I was broken, couldn't afford shit. So now I still work on that degree of volume, but I've replaced this, which I've been used to all my career, with that.
Yeah.
And it freaks me out. But when I watch this grandmaster in France working, she works with 9-inch soldier
Wow.
steel. Mason Pearson brushes or vents, never touches the hair. Her hair work is, for us more mature people in the audience, there was a company called Breck. Oh, shut up, you remember. Soon you'll put a bloody wheelchair up and I'll sit down and be playing that. And it basically boiled down to is the Breck model in that era had a bob that moved when she walked. And then when she stopped, the ball went back into its frame. Mind-blowing design. But it was done where it wasn't touched. So I took what I learned architectural creativity and turned it into fabric folding. So this is my journey. Now, on here, if Chandler can pick that up, so I want this to be like real education, like not the BS stuff. This here is a light beam. Now, can you all guys see this on here? You'll have to be my vocal, because I can't talk to a television screen. So this is a light panel. This is a scene beam. Now, this representing the light panel, this is where I glide the blade in. And I start at the front 4, work to the back. Not the back 4, work into the front. How many of you do the retail? You work on the back and work your way forward. Be honest.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. Stop. Stop. Now, there's an old world become new, and it's fabric folding. And that's what they called it in the late 30s, early mid-40s.
Called what?
Fabric folding. You
I
ready?
don't understand what.
Fabric folding.
Like cloth or material.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Just wait a second. Question. What did he say? Answer.
Fabric folding.
Get
I
off
got
it.
that.
I don't know what.
Now watch. So
Like
this.
folding a piece of fabric?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or basically, you look at this like it is a fabric.
Okay.
Now, this is what you work on. So move to where you can see, because I want Chandler to make sure that our people out there can see it also. This is the seam beam. Do you guys see it?
Yes.
So what you do is basically glide below the beam, all the way through until the blade protrudes, which is what you're seeing on the screen. Sit the cone at a 45 on top. Beautiful, Chandler. Now, this finger becomes compression. So you press down, fabric comes up. Then you come down to a 90. Now watch the left thumb. The left thumb glides on top. Then you fold into your desired line. Now watch carefully. Go inside, loosen, and piano bend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had never seen this before until I watched her work and I went, no idea. The bulbs were off the Richter. But then when she went in to diffuse them, the bulbs became like disconnected. Then they became she created a whole elusive world around the frame. What I would normally do is this, if I got to the side, look,
Yeah. He's right.
next one.
Yeah, yeah.
The trouble is with my bulbs, but not all you, because you're all Vidal Sassoon. But my bulbs, frickin' things always jumped on the left side. Just with the protrusion of the ear and around that. Up she went, and I thought, why does it keep jumping there? And it was because of less fabric, less texture, so, and all the protrusion around head, it jumped. I've got the answer. Today you're gonna get stuff you've never seen, but the answers are phenomenal. Now, when you prepare this fabric, this becomes your best friend. This is pure release. Now, this is a Tangle leave-in conditioner, incredibly lightweight and phenomenal to set the
Awesome.
design up with. Yeah.
It is.
It's almost like it turns it from like a rough cotton into a beautiful silk to
Yeah.
cut with. So, this is how it works. There's the visual, this is the execution. In. Now, when the blade goes back, continue the blade back until it protrudes. Yes?
Is that
Yeah.
above the eyebrows that you're going in?
No, it's right on the light beam.
Right under
Look,
the-
yeah. So, light beam, which
Oh,
changes on
okay.
different heads. Sometimes you'll get it to where the beam will be that much lower if it's an oval head shape. When you get square or round, the light beam increases and goes higher to the head frame. So it means that you and me using light panels to cut in execution is an individual haircut. It's not a conveyor belt. It's not the same cut on all different head shapes.
Thank you.
Now, I wish I could spend a year with you going through all the work we've done with color proof, but I don't have the luxury of time. Kelly said, get off, so I'm going to get off. Now, watch again. In. As she goes through, glide, sit, compress, down, change the thumb. In, go inside the fabric, loosen it, and then piano. You got it?
Yeah.
Everybody cool with that?
I don't
Yes.
understand what you said, when you pull out, are you cutting as you pull out?
No. So what you're actually, great question. The question was, am I cutting as I pull it out? Here's what you do. This becomes the trough of all your frames. The blade, what I mean about piano bend, which is a great question. I go to the back, and the tip is like your pinky finger running down the keyboard of the piano. So what I do is, what pressure I put on the beginning, I keep consistent all the way down. So when you see me do a lot of shortcuts like Firefly and all of these, they'll blow your mind, because the precision is spectacular. Because like I said, right side's love, left side's debatable. So let me now show you the visual of your question. Make sure she's well prepared in. This was a very big departure for me personally, when I saw this being done. But it's taken hundreds of hours to perfect one cut, but I've got it. And from that, with our creative team with Color Proof, we're moving on into different things, which is really amazing. So you prep it up. Now, here's the light panel. You see it, Ryan? There it is. So you go below the light panel, not on it, because Mother Nature's still on the change. Not above it, way too quick. So if you look on that screen, look, there. See it? There. That's where the light beam sits, on this head. Doesn't mean it's on everyone. So when you go in, glide,
Underneath.
sit, still do a 180, 45, high compression. Then as you come down, you get to a 90, look at my left thumb, goes on top. So you don't bend into the frame. Then you push in. Go inside, slowly and gently loosen it, and piano bend. Are we all cool with that?
You cut underneath?
Underneath one section.
Oh, cool.
Wait, and you will cut the most amazing sway bob you ever cut in one section. This used to take me forever.